wow, okay. That's really, really powerful energy. When this person sees you, I think that there are some really powerful and strong thoughts and feelings swirling around for them. It's like when they see you, something is almost activated. This is it's kind of a weird feeling. It's like something's almost activated inside them, and they're feeling a very deep soul level connection with you. Honestly, I have to be honest with you, I think this scares them, or at least it did scare them at one point, because I got weird just now. Like I was kind of picking up on the energy, and it's almost like an anxious feeling. Like it feels good. It feels powerful. That's what it is. It feels like something that's so strong that it could also be a little bit scary. It could be a little unfamiliar. So I think that this is something that would scare them at one point, or it still scares them. Like when they see you, they kind of get freaked out a little bit. They might get very nervous. The strength of the feelings that they're having is surprising to them. I'm getting soulmate energy from this group already. And I think that their feelings, or the feelings they have for you, have confused or surprised this person. I'm noticing this is card number 37, which equals 10, the 3 and the 7. So I think in some way this person feels like you complete them, or like you round them out in some way. They also might feel like when you came into their life, some cycle or some phase ended for them, and they were thrown into something brand new. And this might be, this could be a coincidence. This could be like, you happened to enter their life in a time when things were in flux for them, when a lot was changing. Or this could be that the fact that you came into their life switched their perspective. It might have made them look at other things a little differently. I feel like in some cases this person might have been in a relationship when you first met them, or wrapping up a relationship, because it feels almost like, it feels kind of like they were made aware of some deeper level of feeling when you came into their life. So if they were like at the tail end of a relationship, I feel like you brought clarity to them, because they could really tell that like that wasn't the relationship for them. Because the feeling that they have for you is something unique that I don't think this person has felt before. So that it might have brought a lot of clarity to them in terms of what they want. If they were pursuing other relationships at the time that the two of you met, they probably stopped talking to whoever else they were talking to, whatever other avenues they might have been pursuing, because there's something different about this. And I don't think it's something that they had ever felt before. Yeah, this feels very unfamiliar to them. It feels like entering unfamiliar territory. When this person sees you, they feel extremely connected to you. And I think in some cases I'm getting that they feel more connected to you than they think they should. What is that? That might be, that might be because they don't feel like they know you very well yet, or like they haven't spent enough time around you to have developed such strong feelings. It's like they've developed these feelings nonetheless. Like even if they try, they want to make sense out of it, they want to talk themselves out of it. I think maybe at times they wanted to talk themselves out of it, because it feels like it's too strong, it's too much, like maybe they're getting carried away a little bit, is what it feels like. But the feelings have developed. This could also be someone who hasn't seen you. Sorry, I'm really trying to like feel into this energy and feel what this is about. So this could be someone who hasn't seen you or been around you in a long time, and they feel like their feelings should have faded by now. Like they expected their feelings to have faded by now, but when they see you, all of those feelings come flooding back. So kind of like take that as it resonates. I just got the feeling that this could be someone that you have had a past connection with, and then maybe like reconnected with, or you ran into them. But it also could be something brand new. It's just dependent on whatever your circumstance is. But yeah, I was kind of feeling like this could be somebody that like thought they were so over you, they thought they could get over it, and now they realize that they can't. After seeing you, they realize that they won't get over it. And this can also be someone that just kind of feels like, I shouldn't even have such strong feelings. Like, where did these strong feelings come from? I've just met this person not that long ago. I've been with, like, they may have been in past relationships before and not had feelings this strong, and thought, like, they're thinking, how could this be? Like, I was in a, you know, like a 2-year relationship and I didn't feel like this, and I've only known this person for a short time and I feel so strongly. So, I feel like they're wondering. I feel like this person is wondering a lot about, like, why do they feel like this, or trying to decipher what exactly these feelings are is kind of the feeling I'm getting. Let's get some more oracle cards from my fun little deck. I've been saying, like, I love this deck because it's different, it's a little weird, but at the same time the cards are really hard to shuffle because they're like really small. So bear with me as I attempt to shuffle these and draw cards. I actually dropped 3 cards, the number of cards I was going to take. So I think that these are the cards. So let's see what we have. We have this Grandma Mauve. Mauve or Mauve. How do you guys say it? I feel like I always ask this whenever I see this card. Leave me a comment. Do you say Mauve? Do you say Mauve? Or do you not say it at all? We also have Ripple and Sleek Black. This pile is such a vibe. It's such a vibe. Like, I don't really know how to explain this to you. Like, just even how the cards are looking. So I feel like that might be indicative of your connection with this person in some way. Like, it's such a vibe. It's so cohesive. It goes together so well. It has a particular energy, a particular essence to it. Because this is, for some reason, this is giving me that feeling. There's something very pleasing about it, something calming, something very settling about it, and I feel like that's kind of just like the vibe of your connection. As I'm saying that, I'm realizing what the meaning of this Grandma Mauve, I'll go with Mauve, this Grandma Mauve card is, and it's really about feeling comforted and feeling cared for, feeling nurtured. So this person is very comforted by you. They notice that when they are around you, they're thinking about how caring you are, how loving you are, how kind you are. So I think they're just surprised over and over again by like your heart and you just showing this person who you are, kind of revealing like more and more of yourself. They're surprised by it. It might even be that they see you caring for others. So maybe when they see you, you're in this capacity of like a caregiver or of a nurturer. They might see you like if you have children or if you're around children or something, it could be that they see you with children or they see you interacting with other people and they're reminded over and over again how kind and how caring you are, and they're thinking like, wow, this person is such a gem, is how it's coming through, such a gem. I feel like they think about how warm they feel around you. which is maybe a little bit of an odd way to say it, but that's what it feels like. It feels like warmth, and how much they feel like they belong when they're around you. Feels like they belong to something, or like they fit in. If this is someone you don't know very well yet, I just feel like the two of you clicked really easily and very early on. Because there's this sense of belonging, a sense of like being very familiar with each other. Maybe establishing some kind of like particular way that the two of you interact, the way you talk, the way you joke, or something like that. I think what it is that they may feel like the two of you belong together. Now here's something interesting. You may remind this person of their grandmother as what's coming up, which is interesting because I got a mother message in the last reading. It's so weird. You might remind this person of their grandmother. You might have like similar interests as their grandmother or something like that. Or a saying that, like something you say, or some way that something that just reminds them of their grandmother or a grandparent in general. Why do I get the feeling that some of you, like for some of you, your grandmother introduced the two of you? Or like you know this person's grandmother. This is very odd. There might be a family connection. Like maybe you met through somebody, like through a member of the family. It feels like for some of you, you could have been introduced by a family member or something like that. Yeah. There might be a family connection here. I feel like what's coming through here is that it felt to them like a ripple effect after they met you. Yeah. It felt like a ripple effect. So it felt like things started to line up. Like they started connecting the dots. Even when it comes to their own spiritual journey, it feels like things just started to make sense to them in some way. They may even feel, see, this might be what this energy is. They may even feel like a grandparent or like a loved one is overseeing this union, is encouraging it in some way, or this could be your energy. This could be maybe a way that you felt like your grandmother or someone really special to you sent this person like into your life, or is smiling down about this connection. That of course isn't going to resonate for everyone, but it's like I just can't leave that alone. Like there's something there, and I can't quite figure it out. So yeah, comment down below if you know what this is about, and you can like help me out. When they see you, it's like waves go through them, or they get chills or something. And they think you are so... What is the word that I'm looking for here? They think you are so sensual. This person is highly attracted to you, and they can't help but stare at you. They catch themselves staring at you sometimes. I feel like you may have caught them staring at you sometimes, and like they try to play it off, but yeah, it like they get a little bit lost. Another thing I'm getting from this, especially with this ripple card and this kind of energy here, is I just get the feeling that this person thinks or feels like this whole thing, this whole connection with you was divinely orchestrated in some way. So it could be this feeling of like a loved one pulling strings behind the scenes, or the universe lining things up just so, or your guides working to bring you together, something like that. But I do think that when this person sees you, they're having these deep thoughts. Like it's like it's on a deeper level. It's on a spiritual level. They're thinking about like all of the synchronicities. They're thinking about how things lined up in a particular way that led the two of you together. They don't think that they met you by chance. Something about this connection, it makes them sometimes think that, like, think about all of the things, all of the little details that had to happen to bring the two of you together. Like maybe one of you or both of you are really from somewhere else. Like you both might be from two totally different places, different countries, different states, something like that. And the two of you ended up in the first, like in the same place, first of all, you know, and they think like, what are the chances? Because they really feel that this is like a divine connection. So it's almost like, what are the chances? So either one or both of you may have moved from a different location to this place. Or it could be that, I don't know. I feel like they're really thinking a lot about the circumstances, like thinking about how things had to line up just perfectly for the two of you to even meet. And it could also be that someone introduced you, like maybe kind of randomly someone introduced you, and then they think a lot about like, what if they had never introduced me? Because this feels destined to them. It feels like something that was bound to happen, and they're interested, and they think a lot about how it did happen, because it was like bound to happen anyway. But at the same time, it so easily could have not happened is what they're thinking. Yeah, they imagine kind of like, what if this had played out differently? But it feels like this is a ripple effect, or like it's a domino effect. Like they think a lot about what events took place, and it's kind of like tipping that first domino. Like first I had to move here, and you tip it, and then the rest happens. I moved here, I met this person, I went to that party, I met them, you know, whatever the circumstances, it might seem to them that it's unlikely that the two of you would have met, yet it's destined that the two of you would have met. So really interesting energy there. Let's look at some more oracle cards and see what else we can get. I just feel again like this is such a vibe. What does that mean? It could be that like the two of you, like you connected over something, like you kind of like you vibe out together, or you just have a similar energy, or a similar, I had a word, I don't know, like aesthetic is kind of like a similar aesthetic, something that's very, something that just flows together very well, something that just goes together. Let's see, what is this person? Okay, so we have number 45, man holding a heart. These are romantic feelings, definitely, and the thoughts that they're having about you when they see you are romantic thoughts. Like these are thoughts about wanting to move closer to you, wanting to move into more of a romantic relationship with you. They're thinking about making romantic gestures towards you. They might even be thinking about offering you some sort of gift, maybe even some sort of commitment, asking you out. This card, the man holding a heart card, just makes me think of like the most romantic person, like, and the most romantic gestures. So whatever you think of as ultimate romance, if that's like planning special dates, giving gifts, setting up like romantic scenes and scenarios, love letters, all of that. It's like, I feel like that's what this person is thinking about. This is somebody who wants to make an offer, because like the way I see this is his heart on his sleeve, and there's also another heart here. So this might be something that like he wants to offer, and this is his own heart, but this just feels like somebody who's very open and vulnerable. So they're really having thoughts about like wanting to be vulnerable with you, wanting to open up in that way, like wanting to express it. It doesn't even feel like they really have the desire to hold this back. For me, the main thing that has shown up so far about like feeling held back when it comes to these feelings is like how strong they are, and potentially how quickly they came on. So they might have questions about, is this inappropriate? Is this weird? Like, will this person think I'm crazy? But it does feel like they want to offer you something, and they're not really sure, like, they're not sure if it'll just come across like they're moving too fast. That's the only bit of hesitation that I feel. I think this person wants to ask you out, and when they see you, they're just thinking about asking you out. They're planning it. They're planning like when they can, how they can. They might not know how available you are too. That could be part of it. They might think that maybe you're still in another connection. They may have seen you with someone else and wondered if you might be in something now, or yeah. But they just want to, it's like they just want to offer you something. Let's try to clear this up, because I've been taking 2 cards, so let's get it. One more card? Are you kidding me? Stop. Okay. So we had a woman holding a heart come out. I feel like this is the most straightforward reading of the day. Like, the other 2 maybe weren't this, but what this person's thinking when they see you is that you're their soulmate, that you were meant for them, that you are supposed to be in their life, that all of these events have taken place to lead the 2 of you together. So we had like counterpart cards come out. They want to make an offer to you. They want you to make an offer to them. They want to bring this thing together. Like, they want to make this solid in some way. I'm just seeing like this soul card with the counterparts right here. If there was any way to say soulmate, this would be it. Like, just these 3 cards here, soulmate energy, 100%. I just feel like, did that really just happen? You guys did not get both of those cards with the soul card. It's total soulmate energy. It's total divine counterpart energy. They think that you're a perfect match. So when they see you, they think this person is everything I ever wanted. Almost like you were made just for them. Like, in terms of looks, in terms of personality, in terms of like, just literally every little thing you do. It's like, the more they see, the more they discover, the more they're like, yeah, this person is right for me. And if this is somebody you've had like a past with, I just feel like that feeling never went away for them. And as much as they may have wanted it to, it just never would go away, is the feeling that I have. Like, and then they've been reminded of it. I feel like if you ran into this person, they've been reminded of all of the ways that they felt so connected to you, or all the ways that they thought you were perfect. They've been reminded of that. And what I get from this energy, because it is very mature energy, I'm dropping cards again. Because it is very mature energy, I feel like this person has, like, they've kind of considered this, like, especially if there was a separation at some point. They've considered this. They maybe dated other people. They saw what their options were, and it was like nobody could really quite stack up. And if this is something new, this is kind of what they're going through right now. It's like nobody is going to be this perfect for me. Like it feels like they're like nobody is this beautiful or this handsome, or like you are the dream, and they can't think about anything other than that. Let's look at some tarot. The Hangman. Spirit of Cups. That's the King of Cups. I feel like that's the man holding a heart card. Again, a lot of emotions. Two of Cups. Oh my goodness. Like I was saying, a very straightforward reading. Ace of Wands. Okay. I wonder how long, as I'm seeing like the cards that just came out, I'm wondering how long the two of you have been dancing around this. And maybe not expressing the depths of the feelings that you have, because it feels like there's not really much need for hesitation, but there might be something a little bit held back. The Hanged Man energy. I'm getting that feeling of maturity and careful consideration. Like I was just saying, because the King of Cups is a very mature energy, emotionally stable and emotionally mature. And then we have this Hanged Man, so it's like this person has been a little bit stuck, maybe a little standoffish, and they've thought a lot about this. I feel like they had to consider this because the feelings were strong and the feelings were surprising to them, and maybe these feelings didn't make a whole lot of sense. They actually took the time to consider it, to think about it, to maybe even like weigh their options. Like maybe there's been time and they've had other experiences and they've met other people, and so it's something that's been considered. But there's nothing as good as this is kind of like what I'm seeing here. There's nothing that is ever going to be as good as this. There's nothing that's going to feel as much like home as this does. They don't feel like they belong with anyone else. And I mean, I'm saying that and meaning two different things, but it sounds exactly the same. Like they don't think that they don't have that feeling of belonging. They don't have that sense of belonging, of fitting in, of there being a place for them in any other connection. And at the same time, I mean in a different way, they don't feel like they belong with anyone else. They feel that they belong with you, like that the two of you were meant to be together. I do feel like they held themselves back, but I feel also like it was for good reason. It was to make sure. In a lot of cases, it was to make absolutely sure, or it was to come to terms with all of this, because it's actually a lot, especially for someone that maybe hadn't considered this type of energy before. It's a lot. I feel like they may have written their feelings off initially as being silly or as being really rushed. Almost like, no, like there's no way I could fall for somebody so fast or so easily. And then they kind of sat with those feelings to see how they would develop. And it was like they developed. They just continued to get stronger as time went on. King of Cups, Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning. This person wants to get physical with you for sure. When they're staring at you, honestly, that's probably what they're thinking about a lot of the time. It's very mature energy, it's very emotional energy, and it is this counterpart energy with the Two of Cups having the man and the woman holding a heart coming out, and the Soul card. It just it just doesn't get any clearer than that. So I don't really know what else to say, but this person has a lot of passion and a lot of emotion, and that's what's going through their head when they see you, kind of sometimes in an overwhelming sense. So let's look at your initial card and see what the message is on the other side of this card. So this card says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Oh my goodness. Especially with the reference to the ocean and the water energy, and we have the King of Cups here, is just, and the ripple, which is water energy. Yeah. Now you know what they're thinking. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave all this soulmate energy right where it is. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you really soon in another reading. Bye!